Hi all and welcome to Path of Exile video. I have been massively struggling with my mental health, and that is why there have been very few videos. I've just not been in the mood. I recorded some and then got to editing and hated them, so they got deleted. And I just, not only that, I haven't been playing PoE a lot. I was playing my Inquisitor, trying to get to level 100. I was on 83% and I just got a little bit too confident, I suppose, and just ran into the boss room of a map and died, and then was running another map and thought the mods were fine, but they weren't. I'd missed something. It was a struggle, but I didn't want to give it up. I was just going very slowly, walked around the corner and got one shot by a rare. So there's another death. So I was down to about 65 to 70%, somewhere along there. So I haven't been in the right mindset to play PoE at all. I've been logging on standard, just sitting there doing some trades as and when people wanted something. So that's where I am, really. Yeah, I've not done anything. That's really. I'll show you where I am now. My journey to 100. I'm not happy with my hideout either, but I just don't have the energy to change it. My hideout's changing every few days at the moment. You're lucky we are in one that is relatively built. I'm up to 63%, and that is after running about 7 maps. So I was on here 83%, somewhere up here, and I just bump. So yeah, I am not. Every time I log into PoE, I've just got no interest in doing anything. I've made a lot of currency just by selling stuff. I just sit here watching movies and everything, and just my tabs are getting emptier. I've spent most of my alts. I spent 2,000 alts trying to roll this flask into either T2 max rollish low life. That is more recovery when on low life. That is my favourite prefix, like not that one. And then a high immunity to bleed. 2,000 alterations. I have no idea how many augmentations I used, and still nothing. That is probably one of the better ones I've got, but I prefer the low life because it's the only time I lose. I don't hit my life flask unless I'm below 50%. So I have got bored and stuck a ton of MTX everywhere. I hate the MTX, but it makes it look different. So that's that one. I did change my ranger a little bit. There's another one here. So we have dropped tornado shot. I just don't like the way it plays. I've got the currency to change it into a tornado shot build. I've got the currency and some base gear to turn it into an omniscience build. I don't want to. It's that simple. Dropped the headhunter because it was great, but it was restricting on what I could do because the build was reliant on having headhunter stacks, and if I didn't have any headhunter stacks, just wasn't working. So I replaced it with a good old Stidge. I rolled this one myself. It's not great. It needs replacing. I want high strength, high life, high chaos resistance, and an empty prefix for the elemental damage increase. We've put in there this eye jewel that I had in my bags, and then we just readjusted our resistances so they're a bit more balanced. I'm not happy with my chaos resistance, so I need to do a lot more gear hunting on this character now, and these boots are pretty amazing with the resistances. These gloves could do with being changed, drop the fire res and turn it into chaos res, but you can't do that with harvest, so it's just a whole recraft on the gloves. Probably going to drop this taming as well, although it's giving me a ton of damage. I lose out on chaos resistance. I probably need to get some chaos resistance on this one as well, but again I need the high strength. I'm 2 strength off of 155 at the moment, which I need because I level up gems, and I need 155 in all my stats. But yeah, so that's that character. I've changed the flasks over as well. I need to drop that gold flask for something else. Other than that, not much. I've done an occasional contract and a few BPs, but I'm out of rogue markers again. So yeah, I've been logging on for half an hour here, half an hour there. This character's got a little bit more XP, but I'm just not interested. I've also stopped recording my new gems, my new divination cards, and my new uniques. So now once I get to about 50 stack decks, I just open them and see what I get. I did get one more card stack. I've no idea, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I got another one. So he's gone there. It was a stack of 4 to complete the set, and I got all 4 in one bout of stacked decks. So just got happy with that. Gems, they're all just default gems. There's nothing special about them. I just, I find them in my maps. 20% quality 1 drops. It's level 1 usually, so I just put it in here and it'll get leveled up eventually, and then I just put them in the relevant tab. I've got nothing. There's no special gems anymore. They're just normal basic gems, and I don't see the point in going, yep, I leveled a gem to 2020, big whoop. If it's a particular nice gem, then I'll save it. The same with the uniques. Finding a unique I don't have is very rare. That one's in League, which will come over when this league ends. These two, that's a world drop, I believe. That's a boss drop, and that is Sanctum. So I'm going to wait for the league to end to get my Sanctum running SRS build over, and I'll do that. I might actually do a different build for Sanctum running, and get a proper Sanctum build and just run Sanctums until I can try and get this. I don't think I need any weapons. I think I've got them all. Oh, Winds of Fate. I've almost got enough currency to buy that. I've got everything else. Replica Headhunter, that's just running things, and Mage Blood. Yep, global drop. Hate Forge, I need to go and kill Doofus Face. You know what I mean. Stasis Prison is just going to be doing... I need to put a... what's it called? A timeless build together. Most of them need an excessive amount of well-crafted gear, generally with a headhunter. So I want to get another headhunter, and then I'll start I'll look around and see what's about, and then craft the gear, and then I'll go and do that. And then Replica Files first, just luck of the dice roll. Squire, yeah, global drop / ancient orbin, and then it's just all the jewels which I'm gonna buy because I hate running lab. And they're all those 6 are lab jewels, every single one, and that's the boss drop, and I think that's the boss drop as well. I can do bosses now on my SRS build, so I just need to find out which bosses they drop from and go and give it a go at some point when I can be bothered. I've got a big pile of stuff here I need to run, and it's going up, it's not going down. I've got no interest. The deaths on my Inquisitor have just knocked all wind out of me, and I've just been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3, so yeah. I plan to do a bigger, better heist guide, unless heist gets nuked to the ground in patch notes, but that's way off. I know my 3.22 one wasn't overly well received, but I've tried to explain that multiple times. I was forced to go on a family vacation. I came back and I just had too much IRL stuff to do. I knocked out a quick video because people expect it and I wanted to do one, but equally not much had changed. To fully test a heist build in PoE, I need a high level character, which is easy enough. To test the end game variant, I can just get GGG support to undelete a character, no problem. But I then feel obligated to run it a few times in various circumstances. So what I generally do is run it through standard with all the leveling uniques completely overpowered, just to see if the concept works. Once we've done that, then I run it through standard again, just using whatever I get from the floor, apart from jewelers, fusings and chromes, because that way I know if the gems are correct and all that kind of stuff. After that, we then move to standard SSF and I do 2 runs on that. So that is a lot of time, because I'm not a 6 to 7 hour, I'm not a 4 to 6 hour Act 10. Especially if I'm putting a build together and writing a build guide via POB, it takes days, multiple sessions, multiple hours of days, and a lot of currency. Each one will cost a minimum of 20 divines, and as you can see, I've only got 20 divines to use. And when you're trying to min-max your characters that you've already got, 20 divines doesn't go anywhere. All my gear will be 30% quality. Armor pieces I usually craft and buy. I buy 100% bases. I then quality them up using fossils to 30%, and then I start rolling. One of the pieces of gear I spent in excess of 5 divines on crafting mats. Still way under the cost what it would cost me to buy it from trade, and it still wasn't ideal. It was good enough, but that was 5 divines just gone on one item. So I don't have the currency. Now, I have the time to test all the heist builds. I don't have a problem with testing. What I have a problem with is currency. If you're listening to this video and you love/like really are enthusiastic about my heist guides and POBs, but you don't ever play standard, I will use my I've got a few coins left over from a rather large purchase I made from GGG. I will buy a 3rd currency stash. I will label it heist testing only, and you will see it in my list here. And any currency that is donated to me in standard for the sole purpose of testing heist builds, I will use that currency. In addition, your Discord / whichever name on whichever social media you would prefer, I will use that username and give you a shout out at the point of the build that I've used your currency for, and at the end. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll quite happily test heist builds, no problem at all. But what stops me is currency. Yes, I do have a ton of currency in my storage, but that is not, I won't use it. I will not use any of this currency. That is my bank currency, if you like. I like looking at it. It makes me feel better. That's the only way I can put it. I struggle with emotions because I'm autistic, but I won't use any of this currency. So this currency I will use all the time, which is why I've got virtually no chromatic orbs or fusings, because I had to spend a ton of them redoing a few of my builds thanks to the last set of patch notes. So that's where I am in PoE. I will do a few videos over the next couple of days and spread them over the next week. There'll be a Baldur's Gate 3 one and also a No Man's Sky one, because I haven't done any updates on that either. So if any of those interest you, let me know. I hope you find your way to have fun in PoE, and may all your currency profits be good.